Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Barbarian Kingdoms from Jester Games. So, Barbarian Kingdoms is a 2 to 6 player area conquest game where you're playing as these different barbarian factions, each with an asymmetrical ability, and you're essentially trying to control either 7 regions or kill 2 kings of the opposing factions. So, this is a little bit, like I said, a little bit of area control, and you're going to see what I mean by area conquest. So again, this is a game that's typically up my alley. I love area control games, but this has a little bit of a chess-like feel to it. So let me show you how to play. Again, I'm going to be very brief. I'm not going to go over every single thing, but this is actually a pretty light game. So let's head to the table, and then let me show you how to play, and I'm going to let you know what I think about it. Okay, so this is how Barbarian Kingdoms is going to look set up. Again, I'm just going to go over the basics of the game. I have this set up for 2 players. Now, be mindful that there is a 2-player variant, but I'm just going to be showing you if you're playing with multiple players. So this plays up to 6. As you can see, these are everyone's kingdoms that are in their color. Now, whatever kingdoms are not in the game, so let's say the Huns were not in the game, you are not allowed to go into these colors. Same thing again. If the yellows here were not in the game, you are not allowed to go into these spaces. These are considered impassable. Now, normally, these treasure tokens would be on all spots here, but again, I'm just showing you basically how to play. You have your screen over here where you would keep all your money hidden from all the players. You have normally your domination tokens will be right up here, like this. And of course, you got your soldiers here. Again, normally there are standees, but there is a miniature version that is available on their website. So this shows you all your actions. Each player has a asymmetric ability. And of course, to win the game, you need to control either 7 territories or kill 2 kings. Then it shows you what each grants you. If you control an area, you have 2 battle points. A king is 6. A soldier is 3, and a battle point for each coin when you bribe. So let's go over each of the actions you can do. The first one is recruit. So any area I control, so as of right now I have 3 areas. My king is always going to start in the capital. Now you cannot control a player's capital. So if I wanted to recruit, I would have to pay whatever's here. So that is 1 coin. And I can place my soldier in an area that I control. You cannot have 2 people in the same area unless it is a battle, which I will go over later. So I would have to place him here or there, and then that is recruit. And then the money that I spent to recruit him, I would have to place right here. Again, this is a 3. I'm just, for example, giving examples. If it was 1 coin, you would put 1 coin here like that. So it would go onto the area where that person was recruited. The second thing you can do is maneuver. You would take just 1 of your pieces here and you can move it into the next spot. Or you could put him here, because I'll go from here to here. Again, I'm going to go over what happens when you go in here. That's actually a different thing. You can also go into the ocean. There is no limit to how many people can be in the sea. And that is 1 action in its own. Another thing you can do is castle, which is just switching your king with a player here. Again, I'm not going to go over every single power. Just know that every faction does have a different power with the king and with the regular soldiers. And it comes with a player aid that tells you what each power does for each kingdom. Okay, so the next one you can do is invade. Now, invade is when you're going to go into one of these neutral spots. So I can go here like this. Now, let's just say for sake that he was here or this character was here. In clockwise order, the first person who does not want you to invade that spot has to go and stop you. And then a battle is going to commence. I will go over battles later. So that is what happens when you invade. Now, if you do successfully invade, so that means that there is no fight, nobody's contesting it, you would loot and you would take the treasure that is there, and you put it behind your player aid. Again, nobody knows how much money you have. So that's how invade works. So let's just say I was successful in invading. The next one is claim. Now, claim is again when you're in a neutral spot or another player's spot, you can claim, which is how you would put one of your tokens down. Again, you're gonna pay how much it costs at the bottom, and then you would go right here, and then of course put the money that it cost to claim. Again, same thing. If there was another player adjacent to you, they can contest it. And depending on how many players are adjacent, it's going to go in clockwise order. So the first person that contests, you're going to be fighting that person. And again, there can never be more than two people fighting at the same time. So you can only have two people fighting. You can't be going up against 3, 4, and so forth. And again, that is claim. Same thing. You put the money down and you put your token down as well. So that puts you one step closer to winning the game. So another thing you can do is tax. Now, tax is how you get more money for every area you control. So let's say here I have 4 tokens. So that means I can take $1 for each area I control. So I can take them from anywhere that I have placed money on the board. So I have 4 right here. Place them behind my board. Again, you're going to take the money from the areas that you control. Again, it doesn't matter from where, as long as it is the same amount as that you control. So that are all the actions that we have here. So let's go into a battle, how that works. So let's say I wanted to take over here, and he was contesting. He's like, nope, I'm fighting you. So he goes in, and you know what? I'm going to bring my king in as well to help him take over this spot. So now you're going to count all the battle points. So he counts as 3. So the Franks are a little bit different. The king is actually going to be worth, still going to be worth 6, but he's going to make this person stronger at 5 instead of 3. But that's only if the king is involved. But let's just say we're going to put him here instead. So this will be 3, 3. So 6 against 6. Now you have the bribe phase. You would take any money that you got, secretly put it out, and then reveal how much you're going to bribe that player. Whoever has the most battle points is going to win the game. Any figure that was involved in this battle is going to get killed. So this king, if I had the most battle points, I would win. He would get killed. So since this is a king, he is my trophy. So now I am one step closer to winning the game. Then I cannot have these 2 here. One would have to be moved to another spot that normally will be right here. It has to be a spot that you control. So yes, so now that's how. Now any money that you bribe the other player, they're going to take. So even if you lost, you're going to get money from the other player. But you can also bluff and not give them anything. It's entirely up to you. Another thing I did not go over is the maneuvering from the sea. So the rule book wasn't very clear. So say I was here. You can move to any port city from the water. I'm going to assume that you're allowed to move up here, because that would actually make it a little bit more balanced if you're going against players who are taking over all these spots here. But yes, so that's how you go to a port city. Any soldier that you have that is in the water can go to any port. So it is 2 moves to go into another port. That is essentially the game, how it plays. Again, I didn't go over all the powers of all the kingdoms, but yeah, the game is pretty quick. It's very simple. And like I said, I think it's a very easy game to table. So now let's go over into my review. Okay, so let me say straight up, all of us that played did not expect to like the game as much as we thought we would. This is going to be one of my surprise hits of 2024. So let's go over each area. The theme, I'm gonna give a 6 out of 10 to. Again, the theme didn't feel that strong to me. Yes, you had the different barbarian kingdoms. You had the history behind it. It takes place in the 5th century A.D. So nothing really came out thematically because most of the time it felt like a very chess-like game, as you can see from how to play. So again, the theme wasn't really that strong with me. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 theme-wise. Art components is also going to get a 6 out of 10. It's not really a looker. If you're playing this at a convention, I don't think a lot of people, it's going to draw attention to a lot of people. Like I said in the how to play, there is a miniature version with the metal figures that actually looks really, really cool. I would like to get my hands on it one day. I believe you can purchase it on Jester's website because it was a GameFound pledge. And they still have some left over. Again, there's also other, I believe, metal tokens that you can purchase as well instead of the cardboard. But again, everything is functional. Again, it doesn't look like the cardboard is actually really good. Nothing feels cheap. Again, there's nothing really sticks out. And we did play with someone who was colorblind, and they had a hard time distinguishing the money tokens because again, everything looks nice and shiny, but the only way they were able to distinguish is by the symbols 1, 2, or 3 on the money tokens. So there was that problem as well. So the art components is going to get a 6 out of 10. Gameplay, I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10. This game was a lot of fun. There are so many different strategies, and the more people you have playing with you, the more fun it is. It did not take long at all. You can get a game done in probably an hour, maybe less, unless you're playing with maybe AP players. I can't see this game ever going more than 90 minutes. Again, unless you're playing with AP players. This is a fast game. Each turn is very quick. The battles are very clean. You're just matching up the points, and then really the most interesting thing is bidding. Again, I've always liked that aspect in games. It makes your decisions more strategic. Because again, you're watching what other players are doing. Again, that makes the interaction very high. You're seeing that they're collecting all this money, so you're thinking to yourself, all right, I don't want to mess with this guy because I know he's got a lot of money. So even though I can maybe outnumber his soldiers, he's gonna have a lot of money to bribe me with. And again, the losing player is going to have that money now from that battle, so it balances everything out. So even though you lose, there's no reason why you can't get back into the game and recruit more soldiers. Again, but that at that same time, you want to be wise on how many soldiers you're going to have battle, because then you're going to lose all, especially including your king. So you don't want to lose your king, because then you lose that power that the king brings to the faction. So really enjoyed this game a lot. The game, like I said, it is more chess-like and abstract than it was, than it felt like a thematic barbarian battle. So take that into mind, but we all had a ton of fun playing this game, and that's why I'm giving the gameplay an 8.5 out of 10. The ease of play, I'm giving a 9. This is a very easy game to the table. The only thing I can complain about is, again, when you're moving from the ocean area, if you can go to any other port that you wish. We played that way because I feel like it would balance out a lot quicker. Because if somebody is playing up there, has an area up there in England, they're gonna take over the spots real quick. So you want to be able to move over there really quick and stop them. Again, another thing I didn't show in the how to play. There is a card that shows us, depending on how many players there are, the setup on which kingdoms will be in the game, and you can choose the setup for each player count. So I did not bring that up. So yeah, the ease of play is going to get a 9 out of 10. Very easy to table, plays quickly. The rules are very streamlined, and I don't think anybody's going to have a hard time. Again, the only thing I complained about was the the ocean maneuvering aspect of it. And finally, replayability is going to get an 8.5 out of 10. Again, this is going to be an easy game to table. Again, because it doesn't take long. It's very streamlined, very easy, but there's so much strategic depth to this game that you want to try all 6 of those factions. You want to see what strategies you can do with them. Again, I do recommend this game at the highest player count because I like chaos, but I do recommend, what I would recommend though is you have 4 or more. I think that was at least the best way to play with 4. There is a 2-player variant. I don't know if I would enjoy playing this at 2. 3 might be okay, but definitely 4 and up is the way to play this game. So again, you might not always have 4 players, but still, this is a game that I would table more often with if I have 4 or more players with me. So 8.5 for replayability. Finally, the final rating is going to be an 8 out of 10. I would rate this higher if it wasn't for really the components. Maybe the metal components can bump it up a bit to an 8.5. But again, the theme really wasn't there. But don't look at that. This is an awesome game to play. It is an 8 out of 10 for me. Really had a lot of fun. A sleeper hit for sure. I'm surprised I don't see it more often at conventions and stuff. Again, I'm not at PAX this year, so I don't know how many people are actually playing this over there. But if you like area control, area conquest, chess-like games, highly recommend this game. Pick this game up. You are going to enjoy it a lot. I want to thank Jester Games for sending me this game for review. I really appreciate it, and I had a ton of fun with it. Again, 8 out of 10. I cannot recommend this game enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Any questions regarding this game, leave them in the comment section. I'll leave a link to the publisher's website. So if you want to purchase this game and get those metal tokens and metal miniatures from them, I am considering it. It is a little pricey, but they look awesome. They will look awesome on the map. It's got that old, very like that middle age kind of feel to it. I forgot what game that was out on Game Found last year that had those type of miniatures. They were very not gothic, but I can't explain, like old English type. I don't know. I'm lost. But yeah, still recommend this game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, keep on playing.